We're everywhere.
Downloading
the Cyber Law and Business Report.
Only on webmasterradio.fm.
All rise.
Welcome to the Cyber Law and Business Report. Get the top story on the hot button internet legal topics of the day. This is your home for the latest on internet law and policy. Hear the latest net trends impacting business and have your questions answered right here. This is the Cyber Law and Business Report. Now, please welcome your host, the founder of the Internet Law Center, Bennet, Kelley.
Good morning. This is Bennet, Kelley with the Internet Law Center, broadcasting live today from Long Beach, California, Snoop Dogg's hometown. I'm here for a court hearing later today, but we have a great show for you today, so please be seated. We have with us acclaimed author Jamie Bartlett. He's the author of The Dark Net, and it's been gotten quite a lot of praise. It's been called the must-read of 2015, an indispensable work of nonfiction, judgment-free look at the mechanics of trolling and other internet bad behavior. Jamie, are you with us?
I'm here, yeah.
One thing that struck me was that when you placed your order, it was, as you mentioned, like eBay or Amazon, it was no different. You got a thank you for placing the order. How do we do? I mean, there was active CRM going on Silk Road.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because that's the natural dynamic of a market, of a competitive marketplace, which is that vendors are competing aggressively for your custom, so they're constantly looking for the edge on their competitors. You had a very slick site with all the sort of the aspects of e-commerce that you'd expect. A little shopping cart, which would show a little icon shopping cart, which would show you how many items you've ordered. There was even a report this item button if you thought that the vendor was mis-selling or misadvertising their product. And that was the sort of great misunderstanding of the Silk Road. Everyone focused on the clever encryption or the fact that all these illicit drugs were available. What they didn't focus on was the fact that this was, in effect, a remarkable achievement. It was a highly competitive and functioning anonymous market. And I sort of often suggest that that ClearNet, ordinary internet e-commerce providers, might want to take a look and could even learn a few things.
That's actually where I was. My next question, really, because a lot of times, a lot of the advances in terms of video and even on the web were for some of the more less desirable, social desirable products, particularly porn. And so, is there anything you think that people could gain, online businesses could gain from studying the dark web?
Oh, I mean, absolutely, and you're right. I think there's a sort of general rule, which is people on the fringes and people who are often highly motivated for good or for bad reasons are the ones that are the sort of innovators in internet, in the internet's evolution, and the darknet, because it is such an inhospitable place, especially when you're trying to run a market that's completely illegal, they are constantly innovating, constantly trying to come up with ways of evading detection, of being very decentralized, and of being very secure. So they have a number of very interesting multi-signature payment systems that I think other sites might be interested to look at, which offers a high degree of consumer security. They have some very, very interesting payment systems using cryptocurrencies, which include tumbling services. So you essentially can almost launder your Bitcoin when you're purchasing your product to make a disconnection between the user offline and the user online, all of which is actually pretty secure. So, in terms of internet security, because of where this is taking place, I think that a lot of sites, especially as we hear more and more about computer hacking, might actually think, wow, that's actually the cutting edge. These anonymous marketplaces, because it's so difficult to operate there, they've had to be very innovative, and particularly on the payment systems. I think that's where some of these other companies might want to explore.
But next week, We're going to have Rebecca Heacock-Jones with the Berkman Center for Internet Society. They have a new tool that kind of monitors what the state of the net is in real time. And we're going to talk about that. And so maybe she can tell us in real time whether it is the Wild Wild West or not. But that's all we have for now. I want to thank you for joining us. Be sure to go to our blog at cyberlawradio.wordpress.com and check out the profile of Jamie. I want to thank him again. He's just a really interesting guy. Great work on this book, and I look forward to following him as it progresses. Secondly, check out the Internet Law Center. We are a full-service internet law firm, and we've been very busy lately, and we've been in all aspects of the internet, from online marketing to dealing with some of this dark stuff in our cyber harassment practice. So check us out at internetlawcenter.net. Follow us on Twitter. We're at Cyberlaw Radio, and tell us what you think. We'd love to engage you, and if you think something you want to hear, we'll see what we can do. But that's about it. Again, thanks to everyone. Thanks to Brasco. Have a great week and be safe. We'll be back here next week with another edition of Cyberlaw and Business Report. This is Bennet Kelley, broadcasting live from Long Beach, California. Have a great week.
This has been a presentation of WebmasterRadio.fm, the world's largest business-to-business radio and podcast network. We welcome you to sample past episodes of this program, as well as our complete library of programs, on demand or on the air via our 24/7 live audio stream at www.webmasterradio.fm. The opinions expressed on this program are those of the guests and hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of WebmasterRadio.fm's management or sponsors. Any rebroadcast or redistribution without authorized consent of WebmasterRadio.fm is prohibited.